going on, Jerome's? So some of them that we've been rallying against for basically 6 years, the Garrett Bradbury experiment should be over. Like, Bradbury works his ass off, but it just isn't there. There's not enough ass. That's the problem. Getting pushed around by nose tackles, don't like it, and it's just the interior offensive line. It starts and ends with him, right? And I know what you're saying. If we get better guards, maybe he'll be better. I don't know. Maybe he's the issue because the Vikings have had a gong show at guard, so it just sort of is what it is, right? And the Vikings need to get back to having the meats along the interior. And I understand that you want to get younger at all positions, fully understand that. But Ryan Kelly from the Colts is just going to be out there chilling, right? And yes, he has had health issues in the past, but he's a full-on veteran. He's got that ass. He's got attitude. Will bring some great alpha leadership to the Vikings offensive line, and also has some great football left in him. And also, I don't know, the Vikings need to sign Ryan Kelly. I don't know. I don't watch football. Let's talk about Ryan Kelly today. Background, he is 31 years young, does turn 32 in May, 6'4", 311, a former first-round pick in 2016, number 18 overall, coming out of Alabama. Roll Tide. Consensus All-American, multi-time national champion, all that stuff. And I also understand that he was the same draft pick, number 18 overall, as Bradbury was in 2019. So it's just like... Also, in that 2019 draft, the Vikings passed up Elton Jenkins and Eric McCoy, but, it's okay. Also noteworthy, a Vikings assistant GM, de facto assistant GM Ryan Grigson was GM of the Colts when they took him. He's the only offensive lineman that didn't get Andrew Luck killed. That's basically it. And Kelly has turned into one of the better centers in the league, actually extremely underrated. 4-time Pro Bowler, second-team All-Pro in 2020. And he does remind me a little bit of Matt Burke later on in their careers, where Matt Burke, everyone thought that he was washed at age 33, signed with the Ravens, won a Super Bowl, spent 3 years in Baltimore. I think that Ryan Kelly could have a second act similar to Matt Burke, similar to Alex Mack later on in his career as well. And just comparing apples to apples, Ryan Kelly to Garrett Bradbury over the last 2 years. So even though Kelly's missed a couple of games over the last 2 seasons, he's still allowed fewer pressures, 1.59% pressure rate versus 3 times as much with Bradbury at 4.5, 2 sacks versus 7 allowed. Also 74.2 PFF grade, which would be 7 points higher than Garrett Bradbury's career high back in 2021. So it is a spot where, even though Ryan Kelly is a little bit older, even though that there is some injury concerns, he would be a very clear upgrade at the center position over Garrett Bradbury. And the Vikings can also save around $3.5 million by moving on from 5'6". Here's what Ryan Kelly brings. So veteran leadership, you have that in spades right away, especially that makes sense if the Vikings go younger at the guard spots. Plus, tough physical style. He's got tenacity, alpha male, jackhammer, insatiable. And also securing that anchor in the middle, communication, protections, calls, everything that comes along with being a high-level veteran center in this league, Ryan Kelly brings. Plus, it just brings a tone shift up front. And Kelly, can run outside zone, he can run power, he can run man, everything, right? And all of a sudden, hey, if the Vikings need a yard on 3rd and 1, 4th and inches, or down in the red zone, you're going to be running up the middle. And ideally, if you upgrade those guard spots as well. Injuries are certainly a concern. He missed a fistful of games over the last 2 years with neck and concussion issues. But if everything checks out and the Vikings feel like they're good to go, you could certainly have a Ryan Kelly out there, replacing Garrett Bradbury. And then you bring up a guy like Michael Juergens, potentially could be the center of the future, last year's 7th-round pick out of Wake Forest. Or you get a Jake Majors day 3 in the draft and go from there. But as we said, our dream up front, love me some Trey Smith, but basically for the cost of Trey Smith and a couple more million, the Vikings could get left to right, Tevin Jenkins, Ryan Kelly, Mekhi Becton. Let's go. Let's go. Let's have some meat in the sandwich of offensive line where we have this beautiful, delicious bread in Darisaw and O'Neal. Just like that. Now let's just get the filling. Let's make this a club sandwich or something like that. I don't know. But either way, I do think that Ryan Kelly, I know that Drew Dahlman is out there, and he's going to be the apple of a lot of people's eye at center and free agency, but is he just like a really upgraded, souped-up Garrett Bradbury? Don't know. But having a guy like Ryan Kelly, is he the long-term answer? No. Could he provide you 2 or 3 seasons of high-quality, high-caliber play in the middle? Yes. I think he certainly could do that. So get after that. get after Ryan Kelly, man. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. The Vikings need to sign Indianapolis Colts center Ryan Kelly. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skull production value.